Hey, how's it going? Today I'm up here ready to start a new My NBA in the LeBron James era. It's the 2010-11 season, and the reason I'm starting on this page is because, ladies and gents, we do have a fantasy draft. I almost forgot what I was about to say there. LeBron went first to the Pacers, D-Rose second to the Hornets. Look at that. The 76ers have pick number 4. I'm obviously not going to make the picks. I am just using the Sixers, well, because lots of good names on the board. James Rose, Kobe, even though he's 32, is interesting. Kevin Durant to the Clippers. Okay. If you watch my channel frequently, a few weeks ago, actually, I can't remember how long ago, I did this video. I made this video in the Steph Curry era. I'm simply going to let the CPU fantasy draft all the teams, reset the entire league. We're going to simulate, I don't know, 5 or 6 seasons. We'll see if we get a dynasty during the LeBron era. What happens? How do players turn out? End of the first round, Carlos Boozer, a young James Harden. That's actually a smart pick. A young John Wall. Obviously, some teams looking to build towards the future. Kevin Love, 86 overall at 22. He could become really good. Blake Griffin, almost a top 10 pick. Steph Curry, just on the Yo, I'm not going to lie. An 87 overall for Steph at this point is a little crazy, but we all know what Steph turned into, so fair enough. There's the rest of the top 10. Okay, but here we go. Our league is all set up. The rosters are as follows. Philadelphia, I didn't even notice. They took Dwight Howard. What was that? 4th or 5th overall. Lamar Odom, Nick Batum. Honestly, not a bad team. The Charlotte Bobcats, Gasol, Granger, Nick Young. Don't love that squad as much. A bunch of 80 overalls on the Bucks. Josh Smith, Rudy Gay, very athletic little wingman front court situation. Paul Pierce, Chauncey Scola, Vince Carter. That is an old team, but they could be competitive in year 1. I'm going to try and remember as much of this as possible. Kevin Garnett, only an 88 overall, kind of feels low. Deron Williams, always forget how to say his name, but one of my favorite players from the era, even though I don't know how to. That is embarrassing. Kevin Durant joined by Devin Harris, Andrea Bargnani. That's a nice young core. They could grow together. Kevin Love gets Gerald Wallace, Jason Richardson, Kyle Lowry. Okay. Amari Stoudemire joined by Brandon Jennings. If you didn't know, this is not my first video I've recorded today, which is why I sound so stupid. Luol Deng with James Harden, OJ Mayo, Old Shaq, young Derek Favors. What are the Heat cooking? Oh my gosh. The New Orleans Hornets get the Derrick Rose Hornets. There you go. Wilson Chandler, Roy Hibbert. You can see the teams that had higher overall draft picks like Derrick Rose, like Chris Paul. Their teams aren't quite as deep, but you have a superstar talent. Blake Griffin gets Jason Terry, Jameer. Now, why would you draft a bunch of veterans around Blake Griffin? You should support him with other young players. Russell Westbrook has Marc Gasol, Sean Marion, Tayshaun Prince. That is some insane perimeter defense. The Orlando Magic building around Tim Duncan. They've got to win here pretty quickly. D-Wade, Steve Nash, another old man, Tyson Chandler. That actually looks pretty good. Look out for the Mavericks in the Western Conference. Dirk goes to Denver with young DeMarcus Cousins, Andrew Holiday. I mean, I like that. Braun on, oh my gosh, that's bad. Mike Conley, Danilo Gallinari. I mean, they're both young, but I don't love it for Braun. Steph Curry gets Joakim Noah and Elton Brand. Manu Ginobili to the Raptors. That doesn't look great. Melo on the Rockets with Brandon Roy. Yo, okay. I think I like Houston and Dallas to potentially come out of the West. 2 Texas teams, by the way. Kobe, Bynum, Ibaka. Ooh, the Thunder look good too. The Timberwolves, Joe Johnson. Okay, Brook Lopez. The Trailblazers look trash. Golden State, LaMarcus Aldridge, John Wall. Finally, the Wizards, Horford and Boozer. Look at that front court. I definitely like the looks of this old man team, the Chicago Bulls in the East. I like the Rockets, the Mavs in the West. The Thunder too. I think they had Kobe. Lots of interesting teams. We're going to try and rocket through, like I said, a few seasons here. See what kind of storylines we get as I've reset the NBA in 2010 after LeBron's decision, which this time took him to the state of Indiana. That's kind of fun. And we are through the 2010-11 season. Russell Westbrook MVP with the Lakers. I didn't even register he was on there. Brody, yeah, he always simulates well, and those numbers look really good. Ricky Rubio, Rookie of the Year, 14 and 9, good numbers. James Harden, actually coming off the bench, their first round pick. He put up good numbers. Dwight DPOY, Serge Ibaka, most improved. Sure. Okay. Okay. Honestly, those award winners look pretty good. Russ, Wade, Braun, Blake Griffin as a rookie, DeMarcus Cousins as a Wait, who won Rookie of the Year? How did DeMarcus not win Rookie of the Year? What? Oh, did Blake win it? Oh, okay. Blake had 26 and 15. That is out. Fair enough. Dwight, Iggy. This is a custom created Andre Iguodala. He might simulate a bit too well. There's all NBA third team. Did I see Kobe? Because I see his teammate. Interesting. Taking a look at the standings. I'm not looking. Okay. The Orlando Magic. Baron. What? Oh, Tim Duncan. I did say they need to win right away. And they end up being the 1 seed, the Pistons, with young Steph. They could become a dynasty. The Chicago Bulls, that was that really old team. They did end up being the 4 seed. Philly is the 3 seed. Dude, Dwight Howard was elite during this era. We all know, so fair enough. Other teams, the Charlotte Bobcats, I think they had Pau Gasol. Interesting, 50 wins for the Charlotte Bobcats. Shout out to them. The Raptors were horrible. Wow, that team is not very good. James Harden and the Heat did become the 8 seed there. Over in the West, I totally slept on the Lakers. Russell Westbrook with, Prince and Sean Marion. That is a really good defensive team. They just let Russ cook. CP3 and the Kings. So a couple of these teams with those high draft picks end up building pretty good teams. Dirk and young DeMarcus on the Nuggets. All right. Okay, the Thunder, that's where Kobe was. He averaged 24 a game, didn't make all NBA. The Mavericks are up there. What about Houston? I guess Houston was kind of my biggest miss. Melo, yeah, not good enough. Oh, and the Indiana Pacers, LeBron James. It's his era. He put up great numbers, but because he was the first overall pick, they just, I kind of saw that coming. I will say, though, they had Mike Conley, Evan Turner, that Ohio State Buckeye connection. Plus, Braun probably would have gone to Ohio State if he went to college. He led the league in scoring 27 points a game. Chris Paul, Rondo, Lowry, 25 and 10, Lowry. What an insane stat line. Steve Nash only playing 27 minutes a night, but he got it done. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to the playoffs. We're going to go pretty quickly here. Obviously, I'll stop for some clutch moments at some point. We got to see some gameplay this video, but I do want to get through a bunch of seasons. So no time to lollygag the Lakers with MVP Russ, the only team to sweep the first round. Philly is off to the second round out of the Eastern Conference. They are joined by the Orlando Magic. The Dallas Mavericks, Steve Nash and company, get pushed to a Game 7. We've got a few games. We got 3 Game 7s here in the West, 1 in the East. Let's get to this first one. It's the Thunder with Kobe Bryant and Andrew Bynum taking on Denver with Dirk Nowitzki and DeMarcus Cousins. Honestly, seeing a bunch of Game 7s, this is how it should be when you fantasy draft a league. It should create a bunch of parity. And look at that, the Thunder on the road will handle business. Dirk had 22, Kobe had 24, gets the last laugh. Moving along to the next one, Dallas and New Orleans. That is Derrick Rose and Roy Hibbert taking on Steve Nash. Oh, man. I mean, I know these teams pretty evenly matched. Dallas, I mean, Steve is only going to get worse. D-Wade he'll probably stay pretty elite for a while. They're getting smoked. Wow. If Derrick Rose is beating you in year 1, I mean, he's only going to get better. That is tough news for Dallas. Wade had 27. Steve had 20. Derrick Rose didn't even have a great game. I mean, 13 assists is pretty good. So far, no good with these Game 7s. We go under my face. The Pistons and the Cavaliers. Cleveland with Kevin Garnett. I don't think that's a good team. Steph pushed to Game 7. You know what, Steph? You can lose this game. All right, you're going to do well in this video. I can almost guarantee it. Never mind. He turns the tide in Game 7. And here's the deal. If none of these games are close, I'm not going to jump in just to watch a blowout. 3 Game 7s or 4. How many have I simulated? All of them blowouts. Steph, 12. Wow, Steph Curry got carried, but we don't need to talk about that. We finish things off here. Ray Allen, rookie. Oh, yeah. What? Ricky Rubio? What? Hold on. Am I able to check this? I just remember, it just clicked in my mind that Ricky Rubio won Rookie of the... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. For some reason on this roster, Blake Griffin, who won Rookie of the Year in real life, and DeMarcus Cousins aren't listed as rookies. I don't really know why that is, but that would be why Ricky won the award. That is funny because I'm just putting together both Griffin and DeMarcus made all NBA first team, both put up monster numbers. Anyways, it doesn't matter. This is a custom created roster to fill in some missing pieces. And well, the Spurs are going to be a missing piece from the rest of these playoffs, if you know what I mean. A bunch of Game 7s in round 1, and I skipped through them all because none of them ended up being good finishes. The Lakers and the Hornets is a great matchup. MVP Russ against the in real life MVP Derrick Rose. Both of them have similar supporting cast. The Hornets take Game 1. The Lakers take Game 2. The Hornets take Game 3. The Hornets take Game 4. Are they about to do what Chris Paul couldn't do in this era? Beat the Lakers in the Western Conference playoffs. The Kings are off to round 2. The Bulls force the games. Oh my gosh, we've got another potential slew of game 7s, but Derrick Rose does it with the Hornets. 41-4-7. Jeff Teague is on this team. Brad, that is great. 26-9. Derrick Rose averaging in the playoffs, head-to-head against Russ, who put up monster numbers, but Rose gets out on top. That is a fun storyline, potentially a fun rivalry for the rest of this video. The Orlando Magic, they do handle business. Tim Duncan, Baron Davis, it's such an old team, and they beat the other old team in Chicago. All right, Orlando waiting in the conference finals. We've got Philly, we've got young Steph Curry and Detroit, and we've got some gameplay. And I'm just realizing now, hopefully future Jay remembers, I got to move my face cam, brother. The scoreboard is on the opposite side. Here goes Steph Curry. I think that's Jarrett Jack defending him. Oh, right. Philadelphia is the Dwight Howard-led squad. Steph pulling up for 3. No good. JaVale on the glass. Oh, no. JaVale turns it over. Bro, the rotations are broken. Oh, no. We need a whistle so badly. Both these teams do. Steph inside. Rejected by JaVale McGee. Oh, my goodness. JaVale blocked it off Steph. I didn't even realize. So it's the Sixers ball. Lamar Odom checking in. Lamar Odom. And 1. Okay, Elton Brand fouled him. Dwight Howard's co-star, Lamar Odom, in real life, I think he won 6-man in 2011. He won it one of those years. Anyways, here in this universe, a big-time bucket. He did miss the free throw. AK-47 back the other way, spinning into traffic. Elton gets fouled. A little bit surprised that DPOY Dwight would foul Elton Brand in that spot, but he did, so the Pistons are still alive. Steph out there with Courtney Lee, Joakim Noah. This is a very big team he's got around him. I said it a few minutes ago, I'm sure Steph and these Pistons will be competitive for a few seasons because he's only going to get better with that potential. Wesley Johnson on the perimeter. I think that's Wesley Johnson. I remember him from the NBA 2K11 draft combine. He was a rookie this year. As long as that's him, he just hit a really, really big shot. The Pistons now, they need an answer. 40 seconds left. They can go 2 for 1 here, but you need a bucket. Steph Curry with absolutely no gear, no accessories on, driving inside, pump faking, putting it up and putting it in. There is a shot clock differential here, so I guess the Pistons aren't going to foul, but basically that means any bucket here from the Sixers will put the game. Oh my gosh, Derek Fisher. Wow. I mean, big time shot making for Dwight 76ers, and I'm calling it right. That's game. That's game. We're not seeing a 5-point turnaround. No, we are not. This reminds me of the 2009 Magic. Remember when Dwight beat LeBron in the playoffs, getting just massive shots from everybody on his team, and Dwight did his thing. Defensive beast. As on to the conference finals we go, Orlando, Philly, Sacramento, New Orleans. The Philadelphia 76ers led by Dwight Howard, who was definitely a top 5 pick. The Magic, Tim Duncan, definitely not. He might have been a top 10 pick though. I always like pointing that out because it's interesting which builds of teams can succeed in these fantasy drafts. Derrick Rose and Chris Paul also both definitely top 10 picks. So I guess in this universe, getting a superstar, with the exception of the Pacers and LeBron, really proved to be helpful. On paper, the lowest rated superstar here is Tim Duncan and the Orlando Magic. Oh, by the way, Tim ends up in Orlando like he almost did way back in the year 2000. The shenanigans with Doc Rivers prevented that from happening. Does not matter. Dwight Howard. This might just be his era. DPOY again because, of course, he's off to the finals and he's going to have a Game 7 coming out. Game 7 winner coming out of the West. New Orleans, Derrick Rose, Sacramento on the other side. Oh, I'm not going to lie. In that moment, I forgot who was on the Kings, even though I just looked. Short-term memory loss. It is Chris Paul. So in the Western Conference playoffs, you had Derrick Rose versus Russell Westbrook, and now Derrick Rose versus Chris Paul. What a sequence. And look who's coming out on top against his in real life team from the era, Chris Paul, Roy Hibbert on the glass. All right, it's not game over yet, but CP3, more commonly known as CP0, as in his final, well, no, he has been to a finals with Phoenix, 0 rings. Anyways, I don't know why I'm being a hater. Chris Paul slicing inside, misses. Oh, he's definitely not out of this game yet. Back in transition, Wilson Chandler for the Hornets. Oh, he's got to step inside. Anthony Tolliver. Just terrible transition defense by the Kings. And this game is certainly not over. Chris Paul, can you get a big time bucket? Sham God in the clutch. Oh my word, Kevin Martin. Yeah, you might want to play defense like any of these teams. I'm begging you. That is a really good camera angle, 2K. Thank you. That is the second game in a row we see. You know what? Timeout. We got seasons to get through. You're not coming back from down 5. Whoa. They made that a 2-point game. But no, Chris Paul kicked out. Kevin Martin hit the 3, 14 dimes for CP3. It was a great run for Derrick Rose. But after resetting the NBA, our finals matchup in 2011 is set. It is Dwight Howard. I'm technically user controlling them. Everything's on automatic, so there's no conspiracy. Man, Dwight, I mean, he's an absolute force. but I guess he's just getting big time shots. I do not love this team around him. That is what I'm trying to say. While on the other side, as I'm vamping, the Sacramento Kings, yeah, you know what? That's a pretty good squad. Some good defenders, some shooting, a strong big in Nene around Chris Paul. But if I had to guess, I mean, Nene, I think he's going to get worked by Dwight on both ends. I don't know. I think the Kings win. You know what? My official prediction for 2011, the Sacramento Kings are going to win the championship. Sacramento, there you go. Sacramento takes a game. No, I didn't say that. I thought the 76ers were going to win. I don't know what you're talking about. A dominant performance all season long, and it's capped off by a finals MVP. Look at Dwight smiling at us. He knows he just did something. 22-14. Chris Paul is still CP0, but at least he made the finals like 10 years ahead of time. And just like that, our first season in the books. You know what? We're just going to let everybody retire. Pretty good Hall of Fame class here. Never mind. It's just Shaq. Wow, the disrespect. I think Ben Wallace just retired, but whatever. Old man Shaq is he gone. Historic changes. Can I prevent some jersey changes? Yeah. I don't want, no. What am I trying to say? The Wizards don't get, should I just cut this out of the video? Okay, it's fine. I'm using the generic 2011 draft, so there's going to be some auto-created players in here, but the Memphis Grizzlies, then the Houston Rockets. Okay, that was, I think, from an in real life trade at the time. I forget who was on the Rockets roster, but I remember liking that team. Kawhi goes number 1 to Memphis. Isaiah Thomas number 2 to Houston. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and simulate. We'll see where who's in this draft. Jimmy Butler, Klay Thompson. Klay goes 3 to the Clippers. Butler 4 to the Raps. Kyrie falls all the way to 5 to the Boston Celtics. How ironic. Interesting that Isaiah Thomas was taken ahead of Kyrie Irving, but it is what it is. It's a resimulation. These teams completely reset, so they're going to make different decisions. As on to year 2 we go, 2011-12, the defending champion 76ers basically running it back, which means their team definitely didn't get any better. That is, yeah, in fact, they got worse. Some players regressing. Elsewhere, LeBron's still on the Pacers, Clippers, Hornets. I'm trying to see if any big name players have jumped ship, changed teams. I don't think so. It's, oh my gosh. I spoke too soon. Carmelo Anthony, adios, Houston. Yeah, okay, it's all coming together. Wow, Derrick Rose just recruited that man. D-Rose only 1 year left on his contract though. I hope the Hornets can afford him. Also, they should probably go win the ring right now. They should probably go win a ring right now. I don't know what I'm saying, but the Hornets, they were what, in the conference finals last season? By the way, look at Dwight and the Sixers. They're 8-1 to start the season. Anyways, all eyes are on the New Orleans Hornets. They've got to get it done. Okay, year 2, 2011-12, Russ is, well, we might get used to seeing that. Back-to-back MVP. Kyrie snubbed by, well, 4 teams who could have taken him. Wins Rookie of the Year and 6th Man of the Year. He put up really good numbers. Interesting. Bynum, wow. DPOY, Kobe. No excuse, Kobe. Goran Dragic, most improved. And okay, the Hornets, spoiler, won 61 games. I saw that Dwight and the 76ers also won 1 billion games. LeBron putting up good numbers. I'm sure he missed the playoffs. That would not be surprising at all. Okay, did Melo make it? Melo did not. But the New Orleans Hornets are indeed the 1 seed right there. Philly, the 1 seed as well. Indiana. Okay, so LeBron did make the playoffs. Let's all just relax. 52 wins. Charlotte, interesting, with Pau Gasol making it happen. Over in the West, I mean, we might get Russ versus Rose in the conference finals again. The Nuggets trying to sneak in there with Dirk, DeMarcus, and Drew. I'm probably going to go a little bit quicker as we make our way through these seasons. Just about. Wow, Blake Griffin on the poverty Knicks, 28-15, 29-15, leading the league in 2 categories. That is pretty impressive. Unfortunately, those Knicks did miss the playoffs. I wanted to look at, what did I want to look at? Oh yeah, the Hornets with, they won 61 games. I mean, they didn't win 70. Melo only playing 32 minutes a night. Yeah, that's a pretty good season. And who else is on the Celtics? Okay, Kyrie's coming off the bench behind Darren Williams. Yeah, okay, Boston missed the playoffs. Go figure. Here we go. The pressure is still on the New Orleans Hornets. They actually lose game 1 of their series. I figure they'll make at least the conference finals. Sacramento is up. Okay, everybody chill. Everybody chill. Philly gets first rounded by the 8 seed Cavaliers. No repeat champion. This rather disgusting team around old man KG gets it done. Steph Curry and the Detroit Pistons, by the way, kind of struggling in the first round. We'll let Steph chill. We'll let him chill. The Hornets almost get pushed to game 7. That would have been crazy. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds. In the West, no real shockers there. Steph and the Pistons, they survive in a game 7. Oh my gosh, and I just realized James Harden in the first round of his series, 26 points a game. LeBron, you made the playoffs, 21 points a game. As the favorite, they get beaten 6. That is hashtag not good, but we don't care, Bron. Just because it's your era that I reset the NBA to. Nah. We care more about Melo and D-Rose. Okay, potentially choking in the playoffs. Russ and the Lakers are already there. They look like a buzzsaw. Do we get the conference finals? That was promised to us. We do indeed. Steph Curry, meanwhile, in the Pistons, they will force a game 7. How are they in a game 7? Kevin Garnett and the Cavs are not a good roster, in my opinion, but look at them choking. They had a 3-2 series lead. Steph Curry, a better player, better team, 24 points a game in the playoffs. Is he 92 overall? They really juiced his potential. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's just a bit ahead of schedule. But here we go. New Orleans, LA. I mean, to me, that's the more interesting series. Steph Curry and the Pistons, pretty good team against Pau Gasol. And how are they doing this? Maybe Steph is taking personally. I'm talking about Russ versus Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, blah, blah, blah. Steph Curry might just be here to be the point guard of the era already, but we'll see. If Russ can take down Derrick Rose and Carmelo Anthony in their prime, he really might be the MVP of this video. Okay, it's probably not going to happen. 3-2 series. Hold on. Russ just about came back down from 3-0. Wasn't meant to be, didn't happen. Let me check the stats though. In the playoffs, Russell Westbrook, 27-11. He's probably going to win a 3rd straight MVP. But Derrick Rose and Melo, just too good a duo. Oh, by the way, because I was curious, I'm impatient, I want to know, they did not extend Derrick Rose. 1 year left on his contract. I'm sure they have his bird rights. Actually, I'm not sure about that. I have no clue. Once again, we've got a game 7. The Bobcats were up at least 2-1. Were they up 3-1-2? Steph and the Pistons just will not quit. I do think they have the better team. Charlotte, don't choke now. Steph and the Pistons, a 1-point lead. They've got possession, minute 20 left. It is clutch time right here. Man, the Bobcats. Pau Gasol, their best player. I mean, I guess they're pretty deep. They had Goran Dragic win most improved. He is now trying to guard up on young Steph. 92 overall Steph. No ankle issues, Steph. Getting bodied. Look at the defense. Nope. 2K lets him slice in for 2. I really don't like that animation. Feels very, I don't know, staged, scripted, whatever. Tough luck for Goran, who now has a step on Steph himself. He's going to kick out. Landry Fields, the general manager, does not put it up. Goran, back to Danny Granger, a really efficient, underrated scorer from this era. But he's getting clamped by AK-47, an all-world defender. Granger to the rim, getting fouled. 33 seconds left. They did get the 2-for-1 Charlotte, unless Detroit goes really quick. Oh my word, Andre Kirilenko. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have shot that. The Bobcats a chance to take the lead, potentially win this game. Granger crosses over AK-47. That was beautiful. What a tough sequence for Andre Kirilenko. Oh my goodness. And here it is in just his, I believe, 3rd NBA season in this timeline. Steph Curry, legacy defining moment. A chance to hit a game winner, send his Pistons to the NBA Finals to take on Derrick Rose and the New Orleans Hornets. Can he do it? Goran Dragic draped all over him. Joakim Noah sets him a screen. Wide open look. Steph Curry! Bang! To go. That is big time. Ice in his veins. The only problem with that shot from Steph, it was a little bit early. Left 2 seconds on the clock. I doubt the Bobcats can get a good look here as Landry Fields was popping to the corner. Instead, it's going to be Pau Gasol. That is no good. Our finals matchup is set, and it's another awesome, legendary point guard matchup. The only problem is Carmelo Anthony is also here for the Hornets. This would be monstrous though. If Steph and the Pistons can get it done, they take game 1. They lose game 2. That's okay. They split. I believe they're on the road here. They take game 2 back at the Palace. Are you kidding me? Wait, it's not over. It's not over. It's a game 7. Dude, I mean, Steph and the Pistons, definitely the underdogs. But you had him on the ropes, man. Game 7. We're jumping in. 1-point lead. We just saw Steph hit a game 7 game winner in the East Finals. Can he make another play here? Courtney Lee, big time steal. Derrick Rose fumbled the inbound pass. Courtney. Wow, he took flight there. And that was huge. That gives the Pistons a 3-point lead. Derrick Rose, are you going to get the ball to Melo here? I'm curious what their offense looks like. Derrick Rose into the paint. Too easy. Too easy. Steph, actually pretty good defense, but too small. I don't know what the numbers are looking like, but I assume Steph and Derrick Rose both putting in work for their respective teams. The LeBron era is what we are in right now, but really it is the young superstar point guard era. I mean, technically Dwight won the championship last year. Steph Curry in the corner. Ooh, that would have been a dagger. Oh my gosh. Dwight Howard won the title in season 1. But with Russ winning MVPs, with D Rose and Steph here, one of them's going to be a champion. Yeah, these young superstar point guards defining the era. Roy Hibbert inside against Joakim. That's good defense from Noah. A 1-point game still. Steph just missed what would have been potentially the dagger in this game. Elton Brand doing a lot of dribbling, kicks it out. AK-47 back up top to Steph. Steph driving at D Rose with his left hand. Contact. No whistle, but he gets it to go. And that does set up the 2-for-1 as well, unless D Rose and the Hornets go quick. Either way, they just need to bucket Derek into the paint. Roy Hibbert, what are you doing out there? Roy almost turns it over. Bellinelli wide open and misses. What a sequence. They should have had the steal, Detroit. They leave a legitimate sharpshooter wide open, and his shot rims out. Carmelo Anthony has not touched the ball in the clutch. Oh, man. I mean, whenever I make a video like this, I want to find a storyline or two to really hang on to, and it's definitely the New Orleans Hornets. Will they break it up? Will they be able to bring back Derrick Rose? And will him and Melo be able to win a ring together? D Rose just broke Steph's ankles. He sagged way off. Doesn't matter. Derek ended up missing the 3. A couple more free throws for the Pistons. Actually, I think Elton Brand missed one of those. Bellinelli had a chance to hit a massive shot moments ago. He doesn't get it done. Steph Curry and the Detroit Pistons are your 2012 NBA champs, taking down a legit super team. And look who it is lifting the finals MVP in 2012, like literally a decade ahead of when it happened in real life. Steph Curry. Unbelievable. The Philadelphia 76ers, then the Detroit Pistons, 2 pretty unlikely winners. But when you have a fantasy draft, what do you expect? Steph's numbers in the finals, unconscious. I mean, 29 and 8. Look at those percentages. Wow. I did say as soon as I saw him, you know what? This roster, the creator, the guy who touched up a lot of this stuff. I mean, yeah, pretty clearly, whatchamacallit, they juice Steph Curry, but it's fine. It's fine. I keep saying that like I'm agitated. It's hard to make a player develop like 4 or 5 years after the fact. That's what happened to Steph in real life. Like, it wasn't until 2013-14 that he popped because of injuries. Anyways, the Rockets, another top pick. They take Anthony Davis, Brad Beal, Dame Lillard, couple Clippers picks in there, Draymond, and Liviu Constantine. I don't remember him. My big question though, Derrick Rose, will he re-sign with the Hornets? We're going to simulate through and find out. Any other player moves? Moment of truth. Let's go. The Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, they are falling off around Dwight, but they won a ring, so who really cares? Kevin Durant, now the best player in the league. Wait a minute. The Clippers? Did they just have a really high draft pick? Klay Thompson a couple years ago. Wow. Kevin, I should be hearing from you in this video, but I almost looked and now I will for sure. Derrick Rose is back with the Hornets, as is Carmelo Anthony. 2 top 10 picks, 2 top 10 players. I mean, really no excuses. Looks like everyone else is more or less in the same spot, which is cool, man. Let's see if Dwight and the 76ers can win their second in 3 years. Can Steph Curry and the Pistons go back to back? Or is this the Hornets year? It really should be. Once again, Dwight and the Sixers are starting the season really well. Okay, did I say a minute ago I was definitely thinking it? Yeah, we're probably going to see Russ win MVP like his numbers are just perfect. I'm sure the Lakers simulated well. A Disney wins Rookie of the Year. Eric Bledsoe wins 6th man. Roy Hibbert, Roy Hibbert. Okay, Isaiah Thomas. Look at those numbers. Most improved, I should say so. All-NBA first, Russ, D Rose, LeBron, Blake, and DeMar. I think All-NBA first team has been the same every season, which is kind of interesting. Maybe not that exciting. Steph, All-NBA third team. Really? He averaged 27 and 9. I feel like that's disrespectful for a reigning NBA champion, but it is what it is. Melo, D Rose, and the Hornets are the 1 seed. Dwight and the Sixers are the 1 seed. Steph and the Pistons, the 2 seed. I feel like these simulations are kind of repetitive, not even in a bad way. It's just these teams are building themselves. The Wizards, that feels like a new team up there. The Nuggets are still hanging around. The Lakers, I mean, who's going to get over the top this year? I do actually want to quickly look at league leaders because Steph being All-NBA third team, he finished 7th in the league in scoring. He also finished 9th in assists. I mean, I guess, well, okay, Rose, Westbrook, IT. Yeah. Positions, that's point guard. It's really good in this era. My bad, Steph. But honestly, Steph, don't be upset. Like, as long as you can make it in the playoffs again, his series is going on under my face. The Pistons are down 3-0. Steph Curry and the Pistons. I'm watching it. I know you guys can't see it. Here, I'll simulate that game specifically. 3-2 series. They get eliminated. No repeat champion. Dwight and the Sixers are still there. But Steph, what happened? They lose round 1 to Darren Williams, Kyrie Irving, and the Boston Celtics. Dude, Steph Curry's Linsanity run is over. I don't care that he's a 95 overall. What a fraud. By the way, speaking of frauds, LeBron is a first round exit again in his own era. You just hate to see it. He is actually putting up pretty good numbers, but like, who really cares? Let's head. Wow, I cannot. What am I trying to say? Let's advance. That's the word I'm looking for, to the conference finals, where once again, okay, so we've got the Sixers back. They are indeed in a position to potentially win 2 in 3 years. Dwight Howard, what's up? But we once again have the Hornets and Lakers. This is the second straight season, and I think it's the third straight West Finals appearance for Derrick Rose and the Hornets, right? Because they lost to Chris Paul and the Kings. Anyways, which of these point guards is going to get over the top? There's no Steph Curry to worry about. Let's see it. Russ, 3-time MVP, 3 in a row, takes game 1. The Hornets take game 2. The Lakers take game 3. The Hornets take game 4. The Lakers take game 5. And he's done it. Russell Westbrook advances to the finals. Unfortunately, meeting him there is a team with championship pedigree, that being the Philadelphia 76ers. Dwight Howard, they just won it. In the conference finals, Russ averaged 33 and 13, a one-man show, way outplaying Derrick Rose. Him and Melo, a bit snake-bitten, I can't lie to you. I feel like this has got to be Russ's year. 3 straight MVPs. He's putting up monster numbers. I don't love the 76ers supporting cast. They take game 1. Does LA? The Sixers answer. Give us a good series. The Lakers go up 2-1. The Lakers go up 3-1. The 76ers come back. The Lakers, they can't force. They can't finish it in 4. What am I trying to say? The Lakers cannot finish it in 5 or 6 games. That was embarrassing. Sometimes my brain just doesn't work. They get forced to a game 7 where the Sixers have home court advantage. That championship pedigree, like I mentioned. Oh no, and they're up. Oh, we get a good finish. We get a good finish. All right, we're gonna have to jump into this. 3 minutes left. My mind is starting to go. I'm losing my memory, my ability to process words. That's how you know we're getting towards the end of this simulation. We'll speed run a couple more seasons after this, but let's see. Can Dwight Howard win his 2nd ring of the era? If Russell Westbrook gets it here, I mean, he's easily the best individual of this era. 3 MVPs, potentially a ring coming here. Joe Ingles in the paint. Good pump fake over Tayshaun. Come on, man. Russell Westbrook for the LA Lakers. It's now or never time, my guy. Both teams making substitutions. These are the closing lineups. They want to see CJ Miles, Tayshaun Prince. Dude, there is no offense around Russ. Like, Marc Gasol is the 2nd best scoring option. Russ was open. Tayshaun passed the ball, man. Finally, he does. Russell Westbrook putting up a 3. I think that's over Patrick Beverley. Yeah, Patrick Beverley. Is that a creative? Is there no real version of Pat Bev in the game this year? Oh no, Shannon Brown is wide open. A former Laker, Shannon Brown. Russ, what are you doing, my guy? Yeah, it's over. It's the Dwight Howard era, ladies and gents. Inside to JaVale McGee on the flush. We are gonna watch this highlight. Dwight, JaVale, double digits lead. Actually, I lied. It's only 8 points, but my mind is starting to go. We don't need to see another trophy celebration because it's not Russ and the Lakers. It's a 2nd ring. 78 overall. Patrick Beverley led this. Wow. Russ, I don't even, bro. I'm not saying you're to blame, Russ. Like, I don't know if Pat was cooking you specifically, but that's a tough one. Dwight Howard, 2nd finals MVP of the video, just doing his thing. Wow. I mean, he's only won 1 defense player of the year. That is kind of surprising, but his resume, it's still smiling at us. Insane, man. New Orleans with Derrick Rose and Carmelo, plus the Lakers with the fact that they can't get over the hump, but Dwight has 2 rings. I mean, I don't know, speaks kind of volumes about how this league reset has gone. Put a big man in there with Dwight Howard. I guess he makes everything else work. We are off to the 2013-14 season. I think we'll go 2 more years. We'll probably go quickly. My voice is starting to hurt. You know, I've been commentating a lot on this video. Anyways, nobody cares. Yeah, we're also not getting a lot of player movement, which, you know what, we might after this season. 1 year left for Kobe, 1 year left for Braun. Okay, 1 year left for CP3. I see the vision. Kyrie's now a 92 overall. Kawhi a 92. We've got a bit of a changing of the guard coming. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Again, I mean, I expect the Hornets to be, it's probably going to be a lot of the same teams being competitive. If y'all let Dwight get a 3rd ring, my word, the 76ers are dominant. Oh my goodness. What? Kyle Lowry MVP. Well, good thing I simulated this season because we're going off the rails. Jeremy Lin, what's up, my guy? AD, what is happening here? Kyle Lowry. Yo, whoa. He's been putting up crazy numbers. He's an 83 overall. Absolutely cooking. I am shook. Wow. All right, we have a new superstar point guard entering the video. Fair enough. That is too funny. Memphis is the 1 seed. Who's on but what is going on? Dwight and the Sixers won 70 games. That's not even a great roster. What? Kyle Lowry's getting carried by Kawhi and Kevin Love, and he wins MVP. I mean, his numbers were great. That's an insane big three. On paper, maybe not, but did you guys clock the numbers that I just, it's not clocking you that Kyle Lowry's standing on business. Okay, look at the Grizzlies. Look at this big three. All right. That is how you build through the draft, I guess. I mean, they really just took Kawhi, but you know what I'm saying. Memphis in round 1 is going to advance to round 2. I mean, everybody's playing for second place because obviously the Sixers are about to repeat as champs. Denver, okay. No Hornets, no Lakers. We are getting a changing of the guard, at least in the West, as the Grizzlies are down 3-2. MVP Kyle Lowry. All right, man, we'll simcast this game. Philadelphia trying to win their 3rd ring of the video, already into the finals, where they are going to meet the Denver Nuggets, who, you know what? I just remembered what team that is. Full credit to the Denver Nuggets. They have been grinding. I remember when I saw their roster, I thought it looks pretty good. They waited. They had patience. Cousins and Holiday have progressed. Dirk Nowitzki still hanging on to a 90 overall. That's how you do it, man. That is a really good team. In my opinion, I don't even have to look at that. I've seen enough of Philly. That's a better roster than Philadelphia. Like, straight up, I'm saying it. Does that mean literally anything? I mean, we're about to find out. Denver wins game 1. Denver wins game 2. Okay, it does. The Sixers won 70 games in the regular season, but they will not win a 2nd straight ring, a 3rd ring this video. We get another new champion. The Denver Nuggets, Dirk Nowitzki gets his ring in the LeBron era. DeMarcus Cousins gets his finals MVP. He has been a beast. Look at those numbers. Wow. I like it, man. I love it. I love a good storyline. Let's go one more year and see if we get one more different champ. We'll see if the Nuggets can repeat. We'll see if Dwight and the Sixers can continue winning a ring every other year. Joker, the 1st overall pick in 2014. We also might potentially see a bunch of different players on different teams. Like, look at this 76ers. They have not made a change around Dwight, I swear. It just looks mid. Kyrie is the best player in the NBA now? Okay, a bunch of 95 overall players. Braun in his own era, we've heard basically nothing about. Him and Kobe both re-signed. Steph is still with Detroit. At least Steph got his ring. All right, really not a lot of player movement. Wow. I said when we started last season, we should be hearing from Kevin Durant. This is it. This is your last chance, my guy. You've got Klay Thompson and this dude Constantine. I remember making fun of him when they drafted him. Can Kevin Durant and the Clippers get something going? Do we see a repeat from the Nuggets? Will Dwight and the Sixers get back to the promised land? I mean, the Hornets, Melo and D Rose, they should still be making an impact here in our 5th and final season. And coming to the end of the 2014-15 season, look at the 76ers. They won 70 games last year. They won, wait for it, 67 games, 6-7 this season. Wow. I hope nobody is still watching this video. I really hope that. Anthony Davis putting together a really good resume. He just won MVP DPOY again. All NBA first team. Hey, what's up, Steph? I think that's the first time. His numbers look stupid. How has he not been here? Braun living on all NBA first team, winning absolutely nothing. All NBA second team. Al Jefferson, all NBA third team. I feel like I've seen a lot of Andre Iguodala this video, but when it matters most, I haven't seen him. Memphis demoted? Is that what I'm trying to say? They are down to the 4 seed. The Houston Rockets, oh, they had a bunch of 1st round picks. Yeah. Isaiah Thomas, AD, of course. All right, maybe it is their time to shine. They are in a 1st round series against Golden State. They win it. Houston, New Orleans, LA, OKC. So the Memphis Grizzlies, that was a bit of a Linsanity run for them. No finals appearances. Also, I am vigorously shaking my head. 2 seed LA Clippers, Kevin Durant. This was your chance. They get 1st rounded by Kobe and the Thunder. Dwight and the 76ers are still alive. The Houston Rockets lose. And okay, we got some storylines to finish this video. James Harden and the Heat are probably going to lose to Dwight and the 76ers, who really might go every other year win a championship. In the West, though, look at this. Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony, one more chance at greatness, one more chance at glory. And don't forget about Russell Westbrook. 3 MVPs in this timeline. He needs a ring now. Him and the Lakers just beat Kobe and the Thunder too. I would have liked to see Kobe make one final run this video. The Miami Heat are up 3-1 on the 76ers. The Hornets are off to the finals. Derrick Rose and Melo. The 76ers have come back, but they get eliminated, meaning we will end this video on a new champion. That is beautiful. Derrick Rose and Melo. Man, James Harden, he was picked in the first round. He's finally developed. He's a starter in the lineup. But in my opinion, the New Orleans Hornets with 2 top 10, top 15 players should probably win this series. And my opinion means absolutely nothing. Miami goes up 2-0. Wait, the Hornets storm back. 3-2 series. There it is. No game 7 necessary. The 2015 NBA champs, the Miami Heat. James Harden, oh my word, joins, a few cast of characters. What am I trying to say? James Harden wins a ring. All right, a ringless legend no longer. Chris Paul remains shut out in this timeline. Derrick Rose remains shut out. Carmelo Anthony remains shut out. But look at this. 3 MVPs in a row for Russ. Anthony Davis. Kyle Lowry looking like the polar bear in Memphis, Texas, if you know what I mean. Championships, though, Dwight and the 76ers. Dwight eventually won a ring in 2020, but as the leader of a team, he gets a ring. Steph does for the Pistons. Dwight again. Then it was Dirk and DeMarcus Cousins for the Nuggets. James Harden for the Heat. Man, yeah, what a video. Those 5 seasons were definitely chaotic. Let me know if you enjoyed this video down below. Even if you hated it, I'm probably going to keep making these historic fantasy drafts because I have a lot of fun with them. So let me know if I should go back to another era down below and drop a thumbs up.